Hi everyone. I'm back doing just an update about my first 21-day financial fast. I'm very excited about this. I have a little bit of notes, so just to make sure I cover everything. But as I was saying in my video about my lifestyle cleanse, um, I'm just on this journey to find self, grow closer to God, reevaluate some things in my life, do a confidence boost, build my faith more. So, and just work on different aspects of my life that I should have been working on. And also just striving to become that Proverbs 31 woman, just being a good steward over my life period and managing the life that God has given me, because it's a gift, of course. So a lot of people take that for granted, but I'm just on a journey to just live the way God wants me to live, and knowing that when it's time for me to go and I get face to face with Him, He'll say that I've done well. So, and it's actually been pretty beneficial and pretty good. So, but like I was saying, I went through my first 21-day financial fast. I talked about it in my last video. And it's a book I got. It's going to look backwards in this camera because I'm using my MacBook, of course. But I did the 21-day financial fast by Michelle Singletary. And she is a columnist for the Washington Post. I actually walked across this book in Books a Million one day. I was on day 31 of my first lifestyle cleanse, and I decided to go to Books a Million and pick up some books because working on my finances is one of the main things that I really want to focus on. So I purchased two books I talked about in my last video, the Daniel Plan and this 21-day financial fast. And I'm actually glad I did this because it's your path to financial peace and freedom. So we all know finances plays a big part in our life. It adds a lot of stress. It ruins relationships. It can come between you and your relationship with God. And I find that was one issue that I was dealing with. It can become stressful on your marriage. So I decided to read this book, and I'm glad. I'm proud of myself because I stuck to it. Even though I fell behind a few days, I made sure I caught up on certain days that I would end on the 21st day, and I did. Yesterday was the 21st, and I can say that this really was an eye-opener, and especially with this month being Financial Literacy Month, it really was an eye-opener. It really shows you how your finances should be from God's perspective. I thank God for Michelle Singletary. God has really put some knowledge in her to write this book. She had to ask for God's guidance to write this book because I feel like this book has really opened up my eyes. Even it's small things. Not saying that I was horrible with my finances, but it was a lot of just small things in this book that you would never think about that could be hindering you from prospering and receiving God's blessings and His abundance. It really was an eye opener, but it just and when it comes to finances, one thing I've learned that as I grow closer to God and really study my Bible and things like that, I've learned that the Bible has every answer to every problem and situation in life. It's crazy. If you really get into your word and study and read, you'll be amazed that the Bible has all the answers. There's a scripture for everything, but that's going to be another video. But she had scriptures for every topic she wrote about in this book, from credit to budgeting, saving, paying down debt, about paying tithes, which is very important because you're always supposed to give back to God. And one main thing that I did change, because when you pay tithes, we always pay on what we get paid, but you never think about the gross income. Really, what you get paid is what you get before taxes and all those other deductions come out. And I never thought about that. So I changed that quick once I read about tithing, that you pay your tithes on your gross income, not your net income. I hope I'm saying that right. But what you pay tithes on, what you get paid before taxes and other deductions come out. So that was one thing I changed, because you always want to make sure you give to God first. Pay God first, then you pay yourself. So I changed that, and that was one big issue. But this book it helps you break financial bondage, um, pay down debt. It tells you about budgeting, which I always had a problem with budgeting. I could never really understand how budgets work, but with this book, I actually did a budget, and for my first time, it turned out really good. I figured out where every penny went. I was so excited about that. So I think I did really good. I prayed to God, asked Him for guidance and to reveal the options to um, just help me be a better steward over my money, and just, open up a few doors. You know, I put some things in place to start paying down my debts. In her book, she calls it but in her book, she calls it I think it's debt dash plan. See if I can find it. Yeah, she calls it a dash plan, but it's also called debt roll down, which is something very important when it comes to paying down debt. Which you'll have to get this book to understand. I'll probably do a video on that one day too, because I love all the information that I've been learning, especially this month, for getting my finances in order and paying down debt and budgeting. I also, read other places too, not just this book. I love to read and gain knowledge, so I'll probably be doing some videos to share that, and just share how my process is going as I go along, pay down debts and get where I want to be, and building credit and stuff like that. But like I said, I prayed to God, asked Him to reveal the options. I asked Him for guidance, and that's something we all should do when it comes to not even certain, all situations. You should just ask God to guide and direct you and show you the way. And that's about it. I'm excited about this book. I'm actually going to start this fast again, and hopefully just get a group of women and men together and kind of get my husband more involved, because finances is very important, and being a good steward over your money is very important, and it's awesome in the eyes of God. He will be very pleased with you if you manage what He has given you very well. And then once He sees that you are grateful for what He gives you and you're a good steward over the things that He give you, He will continue to bless you, because He's letting you know that He can trust you. And I'm just excited. So the next fast I'll be starting is May 1st. Hopefully I could get a group of women and men together, like I was saying, get my husband more involved, get my parents involved, my sister, everybody. And just, I believe this book has been a blessing to me, so I want to be a blessing to others by sharing this information. I encourage you to join me on this 21-day financial fast. I promise you it's not as tough as it seems. And let me share this before I end. It's all about self-control and commitment. And when you put in your mind that you want to change a situation, you have to stick to it. Ask God to just keep you away from all the temptation that comes along with these things when you decide you want to do it. I had a lot of temptation. Our only problem was eating out, but we had an excuse for that. We did and we didn't, but our only problem was eating out a lot, which in the next fast I'm definitely going to change. But as far as buying just clothes, and we would pick up things for Major here and there, toys, it felt good to not do that. And one thing I want to say is that Easter was actually Sunday, which is April 20th, and usually every year we'll go out and we'll buy new outfits just to look different for Easter and stuff like that. And we realized that that's not always necessary. It was like, what do we need new clothes for just to wear on one day for Easter? So that was one thing I was very proud of, because I had already made plans of what colors we were going to wear and stuff like that. And then being on this fast, I couldn't go and shop and buy clothes. So I'm very proud of that, because it shows us that we already have a lot, but because we're not as grateful as we should be with what we already have, we feel like we have to go out and get more. And buying new Easter clothes for Sunday is just a tradition. It's just something man came up with, of course. It's like, you don't have to have new Easter clothes for Easter. For what? It's all about celebrating Christ and his resurrection. It's not about getting all spiffed up for church and looking good for others to see you. So I was very proud of that. So I'll be starting another fast May 1st, and I think I'll be starting maybe a Facebook group page or Instagram page for this fast, and just get others involved. I want to spread the word as much as I possibly can about this, and just be a blessing to others. So it'll work for some and it won't work for some. I realize that not everybody is into change. Change is something that is very uncomfortable, and some people have to be really strong to want to change for the better. So I encourage you all to go out and get this book. It's a blessing, and hopefully I can be a blessing to you and others. If you know others that are interested, please share with them this video, or tell them, oh, I found this book, 21 Day Financial Fast. Watch this video. Crystal did this, blah, 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 whatever. But I hope I've been a blessing to you all, and God is truly blessing me, and I just want to spread the love and the joy of God. So I'll talk to you guys sooner than later.